starts with feeling lonely, then the thoughts of suicide. Sitting alone in this empty room, I cry, waiting for an angel to visit in the night. I pray and I pray, but the demons don't subside. I wake up in the morning, see my life through my new eyes. The vision is clear, I'm making all things right. Tighten the screws, cause last night I almost died. I'll see you in the morning, I'll say to you, come on, let's talk, just me and you. Something's going on, there's pain inside. We'll figure it out, we'll take the time. I'll see you in the morning, I'll say to you, come on, let's talk, just me and you. Something's going on, there's pain inside. We'll figure it out, we'll take the time. My heart feels light, I know that I'm okay. Then I realize that nothing hasn't changed. The weight of the world was tearing up my life. Now it's making sense that it's all in my mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? How you doing? Shout out to my boy Riley Cameron for doing the. Oh man, he put some juice in that bad boy.
Man, did he?
Put some juice on it, some foam on it. Yes, indeed. He woke up this morning a happy man. He won the contest. He was like, "What? Yeah." He had no idea he was even in the contest, but he woke this morning a happy man.
I know he did.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, that's
gentlemen.
not even my kind of music, and I like it.
Hey man, I listened to it, but I tell you what, man, he made me. I might have to listen to more music like that.
He did a bang up job.
And it's actually what I was looking for too. I was like, this is what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know I was looking for that, but I was looking for it. Once again, man, thank you, Riley Cameron. Appreciate you, brother. Hope you enjoy what I gave you, man. You deserve it. Appreciate you.
And where's my finder's fee?
And what's that, brother?
I said, where's my finder's fee?
When's your birthday, man? I'm gonna definitely bless your birthday. When's your birthday?
It'll be today if you're gonna send me some money.
I hear that, brother. Never give out your age, man. Never give out your age.
October 5th. That's my birthday.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Yep, I'll be 53 this year, man.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
Yep. I'm only here by the grace of God.
Oh, you'll be here, man. You got a big heart, man. God lifts up people like you, man. He does.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have much news, but I do have one story to share. For y'all that remember the quarterback, Dwayne Haskins.
Oh, yeah.
Played for the Redskins, played for the Steelers. Recently passed away due to a dump truck hit him on the highway. Well, story has now come out that he was drugged before the accident happened. Had tons of drugs in his system that he didn't physically take. Yeah, he was at a party. Somebody slipped him something. Didn't know he was slipped it. Didn't know what's going on. Behind the wheel, driving, of course. I mean, you don't know if you're drugged. You don't know you're high or drunk if you're drugged. So we're driving, intoxicated, under the influence of drugs. That's why he got in the accident that was in. So now his wife and them are going through a court battle right now. I think some of them that drugged him have been caught.
Really? I did not hear that.
Yeah, man. So crazy story. Like I said, man, they've always told us if you put your drink down, don't leave it.
Exactly.
Take it with you. Or just get another drink. That's simple. A lot of people are getting drunk, getting raped and taken advantage of after the club because they don't know what they drank, what they ate, because they left it unsupervised. They weren't there to see what happened to their drink or food when they left the table. So yeah, that's crazy story, man. Crazy story. But hopefully they get justice. The Haskins family gets justice, and that's it, man. With that, what else do I got?
Did you hear about what they did in California with one of their laws that they reduced the penalty on anyone that has anal or oral sex with a child if they're within 10 years of age. So basically, if you're 20 years old, you can pretty much get away with molesting a child that's 10.
In California?
Yep. Yep. Look it up. I just heard about it the other day. I meant to mention it yesterday, and we got into the show, and I forgot to tell you, but that's sad, man. They're protecting the perpetrators and not the children.
That is crazy. You know, it don't surprise me, man. It's going to get worse.
Oh yeah,
it's going to get worse. This is only the beginning.
We are turning into Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, man. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I had a situation last night with my son.
Uh-oh.
I did not think that this was actually a thing until yesterday. Now let me tell you how this all started. So after my show with my brother, went upstairs and checked out Trey King on YouTube. He has a nice show on YouTube. His name is Trey King, and he did a story on a boy, 10-year-old boy that shot and killed his mother.
Oh my goodness.
Over a video game.
Oh no.
Yes. Shot and killed his mother. And now the boy's being tried as an adult at 10 years old.
Mm-mm-mm.
And we're going to get into that tomorrow. We're going to get more into what I'm about to tell you today. Tomorrow. But I had noticed a couple times, I was throwing it off, not really paying much attention to it. My son was getting really, really attached to video games and the what is it called? Internet games like Roblox and Farmland and all those games.
Like Minecraft, that kind of deal.
Yeah, man. So last night my son went into a rage. Gamer rage. I couldn't control him. He was fighting me. It was just all over the place. Me, my wife, he just went bananas. Like I said, I saw before where he would get real angry and start throwing stuff, but I was like, okay, whatever. He's competitive, you know what I'm saying? He don't like to lose, blah blah blah. Okay, he's being a man, a boy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. So, what I'm going to tell y'all is this: Gamer rage is real. I saw it last night. I saw it firsthand.
Mm-mm-mm.
I saw it firsthand. It got so bad, man. I had to take my son and lock him in his room. That's how bad it was.
Oh my God.
That's how bad it was. Yeah, it was a mess, man. A mess. A hot mess. I couldn't hold him. I couldn't control him. He was fighting me. It was like, what is going on? But early during the day, I realized he was, playing his game, but getting real aggressive and angry and mad and throwing stuff and stomping and kicking. And I was like, okay, all right, calm down, chill out, whatever. But then I realized, you know what? This has been going on regularly. So I looked it up. It's called gamer rage. The boy that killed his mother also, I'm going to say, had gamer rage as well.
Man.
Yeah, and I've heard of it. I heard of it many years ago, gamer rage, but I was like, nah, kids aren't going crazy over. They're not hurting people and all that. I was like, whatever. It's just whatever. But no, I witnessed it last night. So I want to let y'all know. Make sure you give your children a time limit when it comes to these games. My child, I let him play video games all day long, as long as he's happy. Children don't need to be on these games.
Right.
Don't need to be in virtual land all day. There need to be a time limit to the gaming. Because if not, there's a possibility your child might get gamer rage. And we're going to talk about gamer rage tomorrow because it's a very deep situation. And there's a lot of stories on it that I want to get into it on the show with you tomorrow. So yeah, man. Gamer rage is real.
Man, you figure those video games have been around since what, 79, 78?
Right. But see, the thing is now is when we were playing them, they weren't as violent and blood and gore and
yeah, they're very graphic now.
Man. Video games are like too real.
But
he's like, okay, I'm playing a video game. It's Mario Brothers. Now you're playing like a real police officer and all type of stuff. I'm like,
well, you think about when we were playing video games, we were also more interested in going and playing, ball down the street with all the kids. So we weren't as into the video games as they are now. And parents are using it as a babysitter.
Kids don't even want to be outside and play no more.
Mm-mm.
We got kids out here, they don't play. I'm like, where the kids at? They get off the bus, they go in the house, they don't come out.
Like, that's why a lot of our kids are overweight. All they want to do is sit around and play those games.
Well, I tell you what, man. I saw it last night. I'm a firm believer it's real, and it's not cool. I mean, my son is 10. My son is 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind it, he's built. He's a built 10. So trying to deal with him myself and my wife trying to deal with, man, it felt like I was fucking fighting a football team.
It's our fault because, like I said, too many parents use it as a babysitter.
Right.
They figure, oh well, they're in there. I don't have to worry about them running around in streets. I know where they're at, and but you really don't know what they're doing in there. I didn't realize that you chat back and forth with people on those games.
My, yes, man, yes, it's a whole new world.
My kids, they played games, but they didn't play them that often.
Right.
Yeah,
my son loves them. He loves them. He now he's got to the point now, like he started up a YouTube channel.
Oh Lord.
That's how he's into it. I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, it blows my mind. My grandkids will sit there and watch YouTube videos of other kids playing video games.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, what the hell is this?
Right.
Wouldn't you rather?
Same way, man. They will sit and watch other guys play games, and
wouldn't you rather be playing the game
instead of watching somebody else play it?
Instead of somebody else watching somebody else play it? I mean, geez, I've heard of lazy.
Either, man, I don't get it either, but they love it. He loves it. He loves watching people play 2K, and I'm like, you got 2K, you can play it yourself.
So my grandson that lives with us, he's 3 years old, and so he doesn't really play games.
Right.
I mean, he'll pretend like he's playing some of the little games that we have on our phones, but he doesn't know. He likes these videos about monster trucks. He is obsessed with monster trucks.
Okay.
But he'll if you let him, he'll sit there all day long just staring at the screen. Right. So his mama put a time limit on the YouTube Kids, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
So once you hit that, you can't watch it anymore for the rest of the day. You have to wait till the next day.
Right.
And he'll pitch a little fit when it shuts off,
Right. Yeah, man.
But I don't blame her for putting the time limit on there.
Oh no, she did the right thing. Oh yes, she did the right thing. Yes, indeed. Yes, bless her heart. She did the right thing. I wish I would have talked to you before. I would have put a time on mine too.
Yeah, I tell you what, parents, if you got that option on these games, you need to put the time limit on it.
Yes. That them games, man, they do something with their thinking thinking process, man. I don't know what.
Mhm.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what world he was in. We was thinking. I was just like, okay, he needs to go and calm down. That's all I thought. He needs to go calm down.
Yeah. Did
So-
did you ever watch that movie I told you to watch? That Disney movie Wall-E?
No, man. Not yet.
I'm telling you, that's where we're headed. Is everybody's going to be laying around in hover chairs and weighing 600 pounds and having robots do everything for them.
Wow, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, enough with our drama and our and the news. Let's get into the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about abortion today. Let's see here. Let me share this right here. Let me share it. Should abortion just be a woman's decision? Why aren't men's rights considered when it comes to abortions? Now, before we get into it, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to share a video of what some men think. And it's very surprising. I'm like, oh my God, we are so done.
We are
When I think
pussies.
about it, I'm like, dude, we're done.
Men
so done.
Men are getting to be too much like pussies.
Yes, very much so. Let's see here. Did I do this right? Let's see. The heck is this? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what these men have to say because it's pretty interesting.
In abortion rights.
No, men don't have to carry a child. Men don't really face any of the responsibilities.
Yes.
What?
We're Brute. I'm in Washington Square Park, and we're here to ask some men about abortion. Should men have a say in abortion rights?
No.
I think everybody should have a conversation, but I think ultimately, it's not up to us what to do. You can't tell someone what to do with their body.
It has nothing to do with us, It's just really it's all them.
We're not the ones that's actually getting pregnant and giving the babies. That's not our choice.
Why do you think men should have a say in abortion rights?
Because men have a lot of power, and so they could make good law.
What power?
I believe in my body, my choice.
Well,
Except for with the shot.
No, they should only be able to talk to the woman. The woman is the one to make decisions because it's her body.
And perhaps in their own relationship, it's their child, but not as far as nationally goes.
Yes, I do. I really do, because it takes two to tango. You know what I'm saying? That's his baby just as much as hers.
Everyone should have a say in abortion rights, women and men included. I don't think it should be a decision that should be made by one singular sex.
What do you think is the best way for a man to be an abortion rights activist?
They're not supposed to be there at all.
No idea.
Listen to what women say.
Yeah. Respect women's rights.
That's what got us in this mess in the first
People
place.
in his life who are fighting for the same cause, and stand behind it if he believes in it.
The only way is to support the woman. There's nothing they can do except for support her.
Men should be educated, I think they should be informed of the laws, the procedures, things that happen in those situations.
If the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, how do you think that would affect you?
As a man?
Yeah.
Sure, the same way they affect women. Right now they playing games with actual human beings. If they want to carry the baby, why not? If they don't, why not? That's their body, their choice. You know what I mean? I don't know
Not
if it
just
would
their body.
really affect me. Maybe the things I might do to someone else, but it's not. Even that doesn't really affect me selfishly.
I think we would all feel some sort of ripple effect because we all have, moms and sisters and aunts that we all care for. And it's these should be essential rights for women.
The only way it would affect me is because it would hurt my friends. I know that because they're really upset about the issue right now.
That's one of those things that wouldn't affect me at all. But it would create a cultural environment that would create a lot of angry women. That would affect me. That would affect me a great fucking deal.
I mean, directly at this time, I don't think it would affect me, but at some point down the line, it could. It could affect everyone.
Woo! Man. So,
Jesus Christ. You know, what happened?
You don't give a damn about your seed.
What happened?
She can just do whatever she wants with it. I don't give a damn. It's her body.
But that's the thing.
It took you to get the baby.
Right.
So you saying just fuck? Look, I know I had sex with her. I know we created something, but it's her body. But it's your seed. She can't get pregnant by herself.
What happened to thou shalt not kill?
How about your mama didn't abort you?
Mm-hmm.
She could have aborted you. But no, she didn't. She kept you. But no, go ahead and kill that one because we don't need it. Oh, she don't want it and I don't want it. I might want it, but I don't want to make a decision on it because it's her body, her choice. No.
So I think we should have late term abortions. So when they're 20 years old and they say something stupid, we should abort them right there.
Virginia tried that. Virginia was like, let the woman have abortion whenever she wants one.
Well, I say even when they're 20 years old, if they're that stupid, let's abort them. No, seriously, man. Look, they say my body, my choice, right? But the thing is that's not your body.
No, it's not.
That's another body inside your body.
Yes, it's a person.
But the child has no rights.
Right. The child can't speak for itself because it's still in your womb.
Exactly. And they say, well, what about rape and what about incest and what about this? What about that? It's still
for adoption.
That's still a human being.
Right.
No matter how that child got here.
Thought you got raped.
I mean, yes, it's unfortunate.
You're gonna punish a child because you got raped. Oh no, I'm not gonna do it because he got raped. I didn't want it. Okay.
It's still a child.
They say that babies are God's creation.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what the situation is, it's God's creation. And then if you did get raped, there's a thing called what? Plan B? Plan B.
You know, what I'm going to say.
If I got raped, or if I had sex unprotected or whatever, I'm getting Plan B the next day. I'm not going to wait until I find out I'm pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't just sit and wait like, oh, okay, I'll be all right. I haven't been pregnant before. It's going to be all right. It's going to go away. Whatever. No, it's not. Oh. Now men want to talk. Men talk about they want to get pregnant.
No. You know, we have become so stupid.
Men talk about I want to experience pregnancy.
You know, nationally, our IQ.
Imagine men getting pregnant, Kyle.
Oh, nationally, we have.
You know, there probably less children if men had to get pregnant. We probably less children in the world.
Right. You've seen that our IQ scores have gone down as a nation.
Of course. The more woke you go, the more dumb you get.
Well, they don't teach kids to think for themselves. They say, well, whatever the mob wants, that's what you're supposed to want.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it works. I don't care if I'm the only person in the world that has my opinion. I'm going to stick by my decision.
I hear
it's
that.
Not whatever. Just because everybody feels like it's okay doesn't mean it's okay.
Right. I don't think it's okay at all. I'm pro-life.
Mm-hmm.
So all that, my body, my no, it's not.
It's not your body though.
Right. It's not. At this point, it's not your body. It's a whole nother person inside of you at this point. And also, I'm part of the situation too. I helped create the child.
Exactly. You know, the woman has all the power nowadays when it comes to this stuff. If she decides to have the kid, she can go after you for child support. You have no say so in that.
I got a story to share.
Oh, do you know?
These might change in the near future. Might change. But ladies and gentlemen, ladies, y'all not the only ones that's going through this problem with abortion. Y'all aren't the only ones. This is kind of okay. All right, fuck it. It's comical to me. I think it's funny, but let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's share the video. I think it's pretty funny. Some of you might not think it's funny, but I think it's funny. But let's do it anyway. Let's do it anyway.
That's perfect. A woman that's not talking. Oh, we just got shut down.
Hold on. Are we live? Are we still live? Oh, there you go. I'm like, what the heck? Okay. Let's try this one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. And let's play.
This is uniquely impacting the transgender and the non-binary community. One trans man is now sharing his experience with having an abortion.
Oh, my Lord.
He fears other trans people may not have the same opportunity. NBC News correspondent Zinkley Esenwa has this story. Welcome, Zinkley. This story has so many layers to it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Morgan and Vicky, for having me. So we've all been talking about what the Dobbs decision means for women, but it also matters for non-binary and trans birthing people. So I went to Atlanta, Georgia to hear from one trans man about his experience with abortion.
Trans birthing.
When I think about my abortion, it saved my life.
Kazembe Jackson is a trans man.
I found out I was pregnant my junior year in college. I had just been sexually assaulted about 6 weeks earlier.
It was 2001 in Texas, and Kazembe was still in the process of transitioning from his sex assigned at birth. If you had not been able to get your abortion in 2001, what would have happened?
I'm sure I and another person that came from that pregnancy would have been two very unhappy people, or I would have committed suicide.
Since the Supreme Court's June reversal of Roe v. Wade, overturning the federal constitutional right to an abortion, trans advocates and community members like Kazembe say trans and non-binary individuals are left out of abortion discourse.
So nobody's saying not to include women, but I think what we are saying is there are other people other than women who need access to abortion too.
In the United States, according to Pew Research Center, 1.6% of adults in the U.S. are transgender or non-binary. What do you see when it comes to the transgender and non-binary community and seeking out abortions?
First of all, it's very intimidating for a person who might be gender non-conforming to even feel comfortable going to a provider.
Dr. Marcy Bowers is a surgeon performing gender-affirming surgeries over 3 decades. She and other experts say that many trans masculine individuals take testosterone, which generally blocks ovulation. Still, trans men can get pregnant while taking the hormone.
A person who really who has dysphoria around their genitals or their reproductive organs and doesn't want to be pregnant, that can add to the distress of being trans in the first place.
Some trans people do choose to carry their pregnancies to term, but providers say the choice to do so is necessary for equitable and gender-affirming health care. In Jackson's experience, he says having the choice to end his pregnancy was necessary for his sense of self.
Since Roe v. Wade was overturned, have you thought about yourself back in 2000?
Yeah, it's time for you to shut up.
I immediately thought to what would have happened, and it put me in a mood that was very hopeless.
While abortion is no longer federally protected, Jackson says his hope now comes from local efforts to protect abortion at the state level.
We have people power. I think it's just about getting accurate information and pushing back.
I tell you, I got chills when Zembe said hopeless.
Yeah.
And said that, you know.
Enough.
I got chills. I got chills just thinking somebody had sex with it. I don't believe it. That's a lie. Hey, first off, we have become so selfish, so self-centered that all we think about is ourselves.
Oh, right.
Used to, you lived for the service for other people.
Mm.
I mean, that's basically what Jesus taught. You know, you are here to help others.
Mm-hmm.
But we're so fixated on ourselves and what we want.
Right.
We don't think about anybody else. Okay.
Nope.
This is a child. This is a life.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care how the child came to be. It may be unfortunate, but it's still a child. The child has a right to life.
Right.
All right. So, you know, I understand how you might feel if you got raped or something like that. That you wouldn't want to have the child, but it's a human being.
Right, but
you should have compassion.
There's things you can do to prevent from getting, you know,
Exactly.
getting through the whole pregnancy.
So let me ask you something, Tarek.
Mm.
If it came down to it, and the choice was your child lives or you live, which one would you pick?
My child.
Exactly.
My child. My child deserves, you know, my child deserves to have the opportunity to live.
Exactly. We should be selfless.
I've gotten to a point in my life where I was able to have a child, so that child deserves the same chance that I got.
Mm-hmm. I would happily give my life for my child. So
some wouldn't. Some would be like, no, I got things to do. The child's not a full child yet. Huh? What do you mean the child's not a full child yet?
Hey,
and that's what they say. The child's not a full child yet. It's just a whatever. Kyle, look.
But all
you have the chance to keep yourself from getting full, you know, go to the full term of pregnancy. If you've been raped or you had unprotected sex, the first thing you should do if you don't want a child is get the plan B. That's why they made the plan B. You get the plan B. There's not a plan B for me.
Mm-mm.
I wish there was a plan B for me. Like if I didn't want to have children, I could take a pill and guess what? We can have unprotected sex because I can't have babies because I took the pill. But no, they don't have nothing for us. The only thing we got is a damn balloon we put on. That's probably already fucked up anyway.
Mm-hmm. You should, if you're going to have sex before marriage, then you should do everything you can to be careful to not get pregnant in the first place. Now, if you are, I understand, you know, if you are planning on saving yourself and some guy takes advantage of you, you don't have that choice. And I'm sorry, but it's a human being.
Right.
Wait and have sex when you're married and you're ready to have children, or get yourself the you know, what do they call it? Oh my God. Well, you know what I'm talking about. You get all kinds of birth control out there. Do something to prevent it if you don't want to have a kid.
Right. Sure.
Stop being irresponsible.
That's one of the biggest problems. That is one of the biggest problems, brother. Nobody want to take responsibility anymore.
Well, I know my opinion is not popular, but I don't care.
Hey, look.
It's still my opinion, and I'm
Yeah,
sticking to it.
yeah. I mean, we have the right to say how we feel, and I honestly think that if men had a choice in deciding the life of a child, there'd probably be more children in the earth than not on the earth. I think women are using abortion as a way to escape their responsibilities.
And the statistics for rape and incest and having a
It's very
child,
low.
very, very, very low.
Very low. Very low, brother. Very low.
The reason why they made abortions legal in the first place was because they were trying to control the black population, because more black women were getting abortions, and they set up those clinics in the more black affluent neighborhoods.
Right.
It was started by a racist woman who didn't like black people.
Right. Truth. Question. Let me ask you a question. Do you think there's a lot of women today having abortions?
I don't know if there's that many trying to have abortions. I don't know. I haven't looked at the statistics for that. But I think the ones that are doing it that's their form of birth control. Because they were irresponsible in the first place.
Right. I would say no. I would say you have an abortion today, you would be crazy. Babies today are paychecks for women.
Mm-hmm.
It's money. Women are having babies for income.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this shit is crazy. So you have a baby this year, you have a baby the next year. It's like, okay, what is your job? Oh, baby making.
What? Look at the tax return. Look at what you get as a deduction. It's crazy. And we're talking thousands of dollars, not hundreds of dollars.
And the sad part is, I mean, you get some of them get paid twice. Some of them getting child support. They're getting help from the government. I was like, come on, man. So you get free housing, you get grocery, you get the whole world is in your hands. You have a baby, the world is there for you. You ain't gotta do nothing.
My thing is, if you're going to say that the woman has the right to choose whether or not she gets to keep the baby and the man has no say-so in it, then if she does have the baby, then the man should have a say-so whether he wants to take care of it or not.
There you go. Should I get to the next video?
Go for it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I might have to move. I might have to move. Might have to move. Might have to move. And let's get into this next video. Let's see. Let me smooth this on over here.
Is that Anna, what's her name, from Young Turks?
Yep. But listen to this though. Oh man, we can't stand it. But listen to this.
Sweden's Liberal Party is proposing some controversial legislation involving the parental rights of men. Now, if a woman chooses to not abort her child, and the father of that baby decides that he doesn't really want to be a father, should he be able to basically deny all of his parenting rights and not have to pay child support? Well, that's what this proposal is addressing. So they believe that men should have an equal right to opt out of parenting and choose whether or not to become a parent. Men are proposed to have the right to disclaim paternity until the 18th week of pregnancy, as long as it's possible for a woman to undergo the abortion procedure. The suggested legal abortion, if chosen, would be irreversible. What they mean by legal abortion is the man, basically denying his parental rights. The father in question to renounce all paternal rights and duties, including the right to see his child once it has been born, should the mother decide to keep it. So basically, just to simplify, if two parties have sex The woman gets pregnant. She decides she wants to have the baby, but the father does not want anything to do with it. He would be able to not only, not have the responsibilities of being a father, he wouldn't have the financial responsibilities of being a father.
And he also wouldn't get the privileges either.
Right.
Okay. This is pitched as some sort of crazy idea and way too liberal, even in Sweden, they say. I don't understand why it's crazy. I think it's actually fairly sensible.
Yeah.
So now the whole you should go get an abortion, well, that's not your call to make, right? So that part I don't agree with. And it's not like they're saying he should be able to force her into an abortion. They're not saying that either.
No.
They're just saying the guy votes for that, right? But I would take all that out of it and just say, hey, in the first 18 weeks, if you're the father, you do have a right to vote, right? And say, I'm either involved with this kid or I'm not involved with the kid. Now I voted, and in whatever it was, right? Plan B in the beginning or an abortion or whatever it is, right? And if you do that, you definitely lose all rights and privileges. You don't get to see that kid. That's not your kid. You're done with it. Okay. But I think it's fair to say I want to opt out of it. And if you want to have it, that's on you. That's not on me.
Yeah, I definitely evolved on this because I remember debating a friend of mine years ago, I think in like 2012, about this whole situation. And of course, he's a guy. He believes that a guy should be able to opt out because if women get the ability to choose, why can't men also have the ability to choose?
Yeah.
And I kept fighting it because I felt like it's the responsibility of both parties, right? So if she chooses to have it, well, he should have some financial responsibility. But ultimately, I think that consent and choice is important for both parties. And if a guy decides, you know what, I don't want to be a father to this kid and I want to make a decision as well, I do believe he should have that decision or make that decision. And also, as a woman, if I were in this situation, I certainly wouldn't want a man who wants nothing to do with my child being part of our lives.
We have this culture in America where abortion is like some great shame or something. So
It is.
This will seem outrageous to some people. Like, oh my God, is a guy wanting to have this woman get an abortion? How dare he? No, well, first of all, he can't force her. Of course not. That would be deeply problematic. That's the problem with the so-called pro-life position because they're against a woman choosing. It's her body. If you don't like that, I mean, you take
Not
that
her
up
body.
with God or nature or evolution, or you take it up with whoever you like. But the woman carries the babies in our species. But I don't think there's any shame in abortion at all. No shame at all.
Of course you would.
So if you don't like that, that's a sad
You're a
day for
libtard.
you. So I think that if you say, hey, I think we should not have that child, that's a perfectly normal thing to say.
Nope.
And if you guys don't agree, well, one person could have the legal right to withdraw himself from that relationship.
Now, here are the challenges to it. And here's why proposals like this usually don't pass in various countries, because this isn't the first time something like this has been proposed. It's because countries don't want the financial burden of supporting that child, right? So think about that for a second. Let's say it's a woman who might not be well off financially, and she decides, well, I want to have this baby anyway. If the father can opt out of that financial responsibility, how does she get supported? A lot of the burden is now going to fall on the state. And I think that's why a lot of politicians have a negative knee-jerk
We'll
reaction
talk about
to
that in a few
proposals
minutes.
like this.
That's interesting.
That's-
Yeah, under the guise of protecting women.
Right.
Yes, Jeff.
Right. You said maybe American politicians in that scenario.
Absolutely.
That's one of the things I've always talked about. We talked about something similar.
All right. We
It's
said
one of the
enough.
situations
I
where-
just wanted to show you what's
Shut up.
going on in Sweden. What could possibly happen in Sweden? I think Sweden has got it. It's got it. Do I think America will catch on to that? What's going on in Sweden? Probably not. Probably not. No.
This
America
is
loves
why.
runaway money.
This is why you should be more picky about who you sleep with.
Exactly. But here's my thing. They said something really good about financial responsibility. Should people that can't afford children, should they even be allowed to have children? If I can't afford a child, for instance, if I don't even have a job,
Mm-hmm.
and you work at Burger King, do you think that our incomes is enough to raise a child? No. And if I don't have a child, I have a job, and you get pregnant, where's the child support coming from?
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere. And even if I do have a job, I work at 7-Eleven. You work at Burger King. Does that add up enough to have a child? No. So guess what? Realistically, neither one of us should have a what?
Shouldn't have a child.
Baby.
Mm-hmm.
But the state says you can have as many as you want because we're going to be here for you. Even if daddy isn't there, we're going to be there to protect you, help you financially, mentally, medically. All
Yeah, we're your daddy now.
right. We're your daddy. Yes.
I think that's why the government feels like they can stick their nose into every inch of your business.
If you're giving me everything in my life, then you can't. You should be in my life. You should.
I raised
If
you
weren't giving me
kids.
shit, you shouldn't be in my life at all. Period. You don't pay my electric. You don't pay my rent. You don't give me gas money. You don't give me grocery. You don't give me a clothing allowance. You don't give me nothing. So you should stay away. There's other people should be in their face. Those that get food stamps and housing allowance and clothing allowance and all, be in their situation all day long. But no. You want to be in a hard-working American's life, try to find out how much money they got in their bank account. Why? Be in there. Find out why the children don't have grocery in the refrigerator when they get food stamps. Find out why the children got dirty clothes on when they get a clothing allowance.
Mm-hmm.
Find out where the house look a mess when they get a housing allowance. Find that out. But no. You want to find out what I'm doing in my life when I get up at 9 o'clock in the morning to go to work till 5, 6 o'clock at night. Why are you in my business?
Mm-hmm.
I don't work for mine. They not work for theirs. Find out why they are driving around in BMWs and Escalades, living in the project and assisted housing.
Exactly.
Why do they have a car like that in assisted housing? Why? Why is their car better than mine and I working 9 to 5?
That's a good question. Where are you getting this money from?
They got tinted windows. They got rims.
Yep. It's a stereo that will shake your windows till they break.
Right. And then, look, we kind of get off topic, but it needs to be said. Then, you go to the grocery store with your food stamp card. You got lobster tail, crab legs, fried shrimp, oysters.
Dude, get this. Get this.
Kids aren't eating crab legs and shrimp and oysters.
Hell no.
They're not eating that shit.
Nope, they're lucky to get SpaghettiOs.
No, they're not eating that. That's for you and whoever else. Kids are not eating that. There's no cereal in the basket. There's no applesauce. There's everything in this basket says me.
Exactly.
And him. That's the man you with or whoever.
Yep. So get this, Tarek. You know, I used to be on this dating site, and I met this one girl. We decided we were going to meet at this restaurant, and so we get there, and we're having a good meal, good conversation, everything. We get ready to leave, and you know, I'm getting older. I didn't know the dating scene,
right?
But she comes up and she decides that we're going to kiss and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, sweet. You know, I didn't expect to get that far on the first date, but pretty sweet, you know?
Right.
We get done and, you know, we're talking about meeting again. And all of a sudden she says, if I give you my, what was it? I don't think it was food stamps. I think it was some kind of card or something.
They got SNAP, EBT. Yeah, there's so many different names, man.
Yeah, whatever it was. She says, if you give me $50, I'll give you $100 worth of groceries. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I said I wouldn't even do that for my own daughter because that's not right. That's not what it's
Right.
for. And then all of a sudden it was, well, you really don't look like the picture on the dating site, and I don't think that I want to see you anymore. I'm like, okay.
Oh man.
I'm like, you went out with me, so I would, buy you dinner and then give you $50 for
All
your
right, for your food stamps.
food
Right.
stamps. I'm serious. I wouldn't even do that for my own daughter. I mean, if you
Right.
needed
It's
money,
the law.
I'd give you
You want me
money.
to break the law for you?
Right.
I don't even know you like that. To
I
break
mean,
the law.
My daughter's never been on food stamps, but if she was and she offered that to me, I said no. I would just give her the $50.
All right. But don't maybe break the law for you.
No.
Just say, "Can I borrow?" Yeah, I can let you borrow this, but I'm not gonna break the law for you for some food stamps.
You call me stupid if you want, but I just don't feel like that's right. That's not what it's
No,
for.
it's not right. We know it's not right, man. We know it's not.
You're gonna take food out of your child's mouth just for
Right.
that $50. I mean,
Exactly.
I'm sure there's probably some kind of a group of people that do that just to make money.
Of course. They do it here all the time in West Virginia. I'm like, but you in my business.
Mm-hmm.
These people here got West Virginia is one of the poorest states. Poorest. There are so many women in West Virginia and Martinsburg in general, because I live in Martinsburg, are on food stamp assistance. Children look unfed. They don't even talk about what clothes they're wearing. The clothes are too small. They're dirty. But you in my business.
Mm-hmm.
Let me point you to the right direction. Let me point to what's going over there. Why did they have an Escalade? Why do they have a Benz? Why did their children clothes dirty? Why do their children look like they don't eat? But you in my business.
I get it that there's people out there that shouldn't have children.
No.
You should be responsible and not
Because
have.
they can't afford them.
Right.
They can't afford them. They really don't want them. But they have them because it's a check. It's a check. They get a check from somewhere. If they don't get it from me, they get it from Uncle Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question, Kyle.
Yes, sir.
Say you're going on a date.
Yeah.
And you go on a date, and the lady that you're going on a date with has kids that aren't yours.
Mm-hmm.
And she says at the end of your dinner on the date that you have to buy the children some food too. What's your answer?
My answer would be, I don't know you like that.
So it's not your responsibility to buy food for the kids.
It's not my responsibility, but I'll tell you what, I do have a heart. If it's a real situation where your kids don't have anything to eat, then I don't mind buying some groceries for them.
Okay.
I've gotten groceries for other people before when they've been down and out. So I do have a heart, but it's not my responsibility.
Right. The reason I asked you this question because there was a video a while back. Man, women went out to dinner. Red Lobster. Matter of fact, they went to Red Lobster.
I saw that video.
Went to Red Lobster. After they finished eating, the lady says, "Hey, I need to order some more food for my kids." Man's like, "What?"
They wouldn't be getting no Red Lobster.
I don't know them kids. They're not my responsibility. They not my responsibility. She's like, "Yes, you gonna get some steak, some lobster, some." He was like, "Kids don't eat that shit."
Exactly.
She said, "My kids gonna eat real good tonight."
I'd be like, I'll stop and get them a pack of bologna and cheese and a loaf of bread, but I might even buy them some chips and a snack. But they're not eating no steak and lobster. Are you kidding?
I don't even know you. There was another situation. Man that picked up McDonald's for his kid, for his kid. took it to his baby mama's house. Baby mama said, "Where's the rest of the food at?"
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "What? What do you mean the rest of the food?" She said, "The other kids need to eat too." I said, "I'm not the baby father of the other kids."
I saw that video.
She took the food that she got his son and she threw it out in the street.
I saw that.
I said, "Golly, fellas. Listen,
Better know who you sleeping with.
if you get into if you're going to put yourself in a situation with a woman that has a bunch of kids, you are. I'm going to put it like this: you are responsible. You're responsible for those kids. If you get involved with a woman with children, even if they're not yours, you're taking responsibility for another man's job. If you don't want that job, stay away from baby mamas. That's simple. Stay away from them. Because like I said, if you get involved with a baby mama, you get involved with her kids too.
You know, when I decided to get married again, and you know, Michelle has 2 kids.
Right.
I treated them just like they were my own. But
right.
I was also ready to take that responsibility.
There you go. But don't just throw the responsibility on me on the first date.
No.
Say, I got kids at home.
Not on a date.
Food. Girl, you know I just spent $100 something on us. So we spent another $100 on some kids I never met yet.
I'd be saying, you order it, you're buying it because I ain't paying for it.
I'm just happy I'm not in a dating game no more. This shit out here that you're playing is crazy.
God,
it's a whole different game than we was in the game, Kyle.
Man. I want to go back to the 70s so bad.
It's a whole different ball game.
God, I miss the 70s like you have no idea.
Man, I wish I could go back to, brother. I wish I could. I was born in 79.
I was already in, what, 3rd, 4th grade?
Yeah, 79. Yep. Yeah, but yeah, man, it's so bad, man. You don't even know what you're dating.
I know. That's another problem with the trans thing going on and all these surgeries.
They try to push a law where they don't even have to tell you if they are.
That's messed up, man.
Like, huh? So I gotta wait till I get to the bedroom?
No, this is what you do when you meet a chick. You should be allowed to go like this. Make sure if they got Adam's apple.
That cow?
Seriously?
Yes. Some don't even have an Adam's apple.
Oh well, hell. I'm glad I'm married. I tell you what, if this doesn't work out, I'm done.
That's what I said too. I said, look, I'm not even playing them games.
Man, believe me, they make enough lotion and tissue. I could take care of myself.
Yeah, man. They don't even tell you.
I'll make Jergens even richer.
I'm like, come on, man. You can't do it. You can't be playing them games.
No.
You can't do that.
That's not right. That's not fair.
It's like, okay, all right. That's like saying, okay, I got an STD, but I don't got to tell you about it. So there you go.
Right.
It's the same thing. Well, actually, STD. Oh, I don't know what's worse. What's worse? Find out the person you with ain't what it is, or find out the person you with STD. What's worse? I don't know.
Give me herpes, I guess. You know,
yeah, I think I'd rather take herpes for 100, Alex.
You know, honestly, everybody has herpes, but it doesn't always activate. But it is pretty rampant, and most people have it.
Right. You know the funny thing is, we don't even talk about STDs no more.
Right.
COVID came along, and that's all we want to talk about is COVID. What happened to AIDS, HIV, syphilis, gonorrhea? All that shit went away. It's just COVID now. Put a mask on.
Yeah, they're more worried about how a hooker got her money than they are where COVID come from. and you know what I mean.
Man, I pray every day for our country, man. I do every day. I'm like, Lord, I don't know if you're listening, but please tell me there's better days, Lord. Please tell me there's better days. Please tell me the better days. Give me a sign.
Better be glad that God doesn't listen to my prayers, because every day I'm like, Lord, will you please send an asteroid? Please. I'm begging you, Lord, please, a nice big asteroid just hit us head on.
Man, yeah.
Let us blow up like Krypton.
Yeah. Only thing I can say, man, I don't. If I could do it all over again, if I knew today what I knew, if I knew then what I know today, I wouldn't have no children.
No, I thought about that too. As
I wouldn't
much
have
as
none, man.
I
It's
love my
hard raising
kids too
kids
much.
in this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't want him to see certain things, but I have no choice, because if I don't tell him or show him, he's gonna find out for any damn way.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when we grew up, things were able to be secret until our parents told us about it.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to tell them.
Yeah. It's all over the internet. The internet's going to be our downfall.
Kids going to school, you thinking they're about to learn ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, and they're up there learning about drag queens and transsexuals and what?
Yeah. I mean, it
There's
might
a
as
big
well
girl
be.
here in West Virginia was running for office, talking
Mhm.
about, hey man, vote for me. I'm going to teach LGBTQ history. What?
No.
What is that? What is LGBTQ history? So you want me to vote for you so you can pass the laws to teach for the kids to learn LGBTQ history? How far back does it go? How
Yeah.
far back do you know of it going? Because I didn't know anything about it until like recently. I mean, I knew we're gay people, but I know there was like a history being built up
You know,
of LGBTQ accomplishments.
they did they teach LGBTQ in the churches now. I mean, they've been teaching it for forever. You know that?
Your church?
Every church.
Oh, I say I ain't been, so I don't know.
They've been teaching that since the Bible ever existed. You know that? Yeah. Wow. Let me tell you the history. There was this guy named Lot, and him and his wife, they were told to leave the city and to don't look back, because the LGBTQ community was fixing to get obliterated. It's called Sodom and Gomorrah.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, Lot's wife wasn't. She didn't listen too well, so she turned around and looked and turned into a pillar of salt. So there's your history.
Oh man.
Hey, look. You know, I can't say you're going to hell or the next person is going to hell. I don't know who's going to heaven and who's going to hell.
Right.
All right. All I know is I'm supposed to love you, but I don't have to love your sin.
There you go.
Okay. I mean, I have children who are gay.
Right. I got family members that are. Yeah.
If I had my druthers, they'd be straight, but
Mm-hmm.
they happen to be gay. I don't love them any less.
Right.
You know, I don't know what their relationship is with God.
Right.
You know, they have the opportunity to go to heaven just like I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't have a say so in where you're going after you die.
Very true. We have no idea. We don't know. Honestly, we can't even say there's only just one God. We can't even say that. But I can tell you this. I can tell you that I'm going to live the best life I possibly can while I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can say, you can say your God is your God. You can say this your God, that, whatever. As long as you're living the best life you can possibly live, you should be all right.
But I'll tell you what, all of us fall short of the glory of God. All of us.
Yeah, we do.
Tell me you've never lied in your life. You know, tell me you've never lusted after another woman in your life.
Right.
There you go. That's 2 sins right there.
Right.
Tell me you've never sat there and overate or overdrank. That's gluttony.
Oh, right. All right, man. Right. We all fall short.
Exactly.
All fall short, man.
All of us are liars. All of us are adulterers. And okay, but I didn't ever cheat on my wife. Okay, but God said if you look upon another woman and you just lust after her, that's the same as committing adultery.
Same exact. Yeah, sin is a sin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how am I going?
They don't go and say, "Oh, that sin was worse than that one."
Yeah, you can't say that. You can't say that. And you know what? I trust that Jesus is going to get me to heaven. I've asked him into my heart, and I believe he's my savior.
There you go.
So that's what the Bible tells us, that's how you get to heaven.
Right.
So I can't say that gay person or trans person hasn't gotten saved, and they're, I have no say so in that. I don't know what your heart is.
Right.
All I know is that I can't technically support that group because that's a sin.
Right.
But I will still love you as a person. It's like I don't go to bars because I don't want to drink. I believe that over drinking is a sin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you do that, you mess up your temple.
I don't say that I never lie, but I am more conscious about that. So I try to be as truthful as I can.
Right, right.
But it's still, even if I tell a little bit of a lie, it's still a lie.
Right, right.
I'm not perfect.
Yeah, none of us are, brother. None of us are, man. But all thing we can do every day, man, is try to do the best we can, man, every day. That's it.
That's right.
That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for tuning into the show. Hope you learned something today. Man's point of view on abortions. Hope y'all give them your man, your boyfriend, your baby father, whatever, the opportunity to make a decision when it comes time for him to make a decision on the birth of your child. It's not just yours. And the baby's not yours at all, period. It's God's. It's God's creation.
That's right.
God's creation, not your creation, God's creation. Every child is part of God's creation. If your mother gave you a chance, you should give that child a chance too, whether you want it or not.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, do me a quick favor. Do me a favor. Tune in to my brother from another mother, Coyote, the Boss Broadcast. He got great shows on there. He got life coaches. We all need some coaching in our life. We need some guidance. You go there and get some life coaching. You get some good comedy. For those like Paranormal Activity, you can go there for that. Great shows. That's my brother. Like I said, man, love him like a fat boy loves cake. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, please like, share, comment. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Matter of fact, also do me a favor too. If there's something that you want us to talk about, leave it in the comment section. We'll talk about it. We'll give you, you know what I'm saying, pure, honest content. We're not going to cut cards. We're not going to try to sugarcoat shit for you. We're going to keep it 100 with you.
Yep.
And hope you do too. Hope you come on, you keep it 100 with us. Don't sugarcoat nothing. We want real, honest opinions and comments and all that. All right? Any final words, Kyle?
Well, first off, I want to thank y'all who have gone from here over to my channel and subscribed. And the reason why I know is because some of the people that have commented on the show here have commented on my videos over on my channel. So I thank you for that.
Awesome. Yes, indeed. Also, I want to thank y'all, man, for liking our short to our show with our good brother Rico, right? Nico. I said Rico. Nico. Our good brother Nico. He'll be coming on with us every Friday. And man, like I said, man, I don't know, man. I said before that if there was a face in the dictionary next to masculinity, it would be Nico.
That is no lie.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time and 8 a.m. Central Time.
Yes,
got it right?
sir. You got it.
All right, brother. Let's get up out of here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, my brother.
Yes, sir. I will
Yes,
check you tomorrow.
Indeed. Let's get up out of here.
I'll see you in the morning. I'll say to you, come on, let's talk, just me and you. Something's going on, there's pain inside. We'll figure it out, we'll take the time. I'll see you in the morning. I'll say to you, come on, let's talk, just me and you. Something's going on, there's pain inside. We'll figure it out, we'll take the time. Just me and you. Something's going on, there's pain inside. We'll figure it out, we'll take the time.